Madison and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another week in my life vlog. So it's actually Sunday, but I thought I'd just quickly film the intro today just because tomorrow's Monday and Memorial Day, so I don't really know what my plans are going to be, so I figured I'd probably play it safer by just introing the clip now. By the way, if you've been watching this for a while, you guys remember I told you guys about my neighbours who live next door to me who have crazy loud sex? Yeah, they're having crazy loud sex right now. The fact that I can hear them banging so loudly, literally in the apartment next to mine, is a lot. Anyway, that's my introduction. I'll catch you guys up as I have more information. I'm actually about to head out now and goodbye. You know what? It is Monday morning and I am quite honestly, it's 11:18 a.m. I woke up at like 8 in the morning. So I got home last night from like, you know, celebrating Sunday of Memorial Day at like, I think got home at like 1 in the morning. Not like a crazy day, but it's just I went out Thursday night, I went out Friday night, I went out on Saturday night, Sunday day, Sunday night. So it's just been a crazy couple of days. I literally have no motivation to do anything today. So I woke up, I just stayed in bed. I don't know what it is, I think I pulled something, and like whenever I breathe too hard or like lift my arm or like do certain things, it hurts right here. Like I pulled a rib muscle, which like I didn't even know was a thing that you could do. Anyway, I'm about to work out now because I actually haven't worked out since last Thursday, so I've had 3 days off, which is like not a problem, but I just feel like I always feel better after doing a small workout. So I'm just going to do like a 30-minute pop punk ride, I think, with Kendall Tool, and then I'm just going to kind of like chill. It's a really nice day out today. I have like a whole patio area to like my apartment complex, so I don't know, we'll see. I have a friend who's in town. He invited me out to brunch at like 12 o'clock. I also have a pimple that's coming out here. He invited me out to brunch at 12 o'clock in Brooklyn, and I was like, I can't do that. I'm like, there's no way I'm heading all the way, like 40 minutes out to Brooklyn to do brunch. I was like, it's not happening. So I'm gonna do this ride and see how I feel from there. Also, my plant Steven, he's dead. Not really, he's not actually dead yet, but yeah, he's not doing well and I don't know how to fix him. So he's a ponytail plant. Had him for like 4 years now, and are you supposed to like change the soil out or something like after that long? I'm not really sure. He wasn't my plant to begin with, but I've had him the last 2 years after my parents and brother left, so whatever I'm doing is not correct. Plus if I leave him anywhere else, Zelda will eat him, so you know. Right. Anyway, boy.
Hypnotized, I don't know why she got me feeling this way. She's got a way about her. She's got a way about her. And I'm mesmerized like every night by every word she'll say. She's got a way about her. She's got a way.
Hello. Okay, so it's currently 4:06. Depending on how I've done all the B-roll footage for this, I either already showed you that I went to go meet up with my friend for a drink just to go chat, or I haven't and I want to show it next. Regardless, I have to leave in like 15-ish minutes to go do that. But I do have a package here that I wanted to open because it is addressed to me and I did not purchase it. My day's been really good so far. I actually read an entire book today. Not a long one, it was like only 100-something pages. It was The Sword by J Bree, which is the second prequel novella to her new fantasy romance series. And The Sword follows, so the first one was The Scepter, and that follows the girl's point of view, and then The Sword follows the guy's point of view. So when you start the series and you get both their point of views, you know what's kind of gone on. What's really interesting though is that The Sword actually takes place 200 years after The Scepter takes place, which I was surprised about. Basically the guy in The Sword, he is the Savage Prince. He is supposed to be the unseelie king, but his parents were killed when he was super young, that his uncle stepped in as like the regent. And so until our main guy, until he finds his fate-blessed mates and married her, he's not allowed to become the actual king. So right now he's just like the crown prince. This little prequel novella is just showing the fact that over the last like the people who murdered his family, his mum and dad, were the witches, and over the last like 900 years the unseelie fae have been battling against the witches in the War of the Witches, and the guy, the crown prince, has figured out that it's actually his uncle who's actually secretly colluding with the witches to do this war. And then our main girl, she is a witch, but she comes from like the favored children, and her family were also murdered, like her entire coven were murdered, and she was like from a different coven of witches that were like separate from everything. And when they were murdered 200 years ago, she had to go into hiding and actually went to go fight for the Sealy King in his war, because she got like a fate that made her want to leave. That's all we know. And basically what the actual series is going to be following is her having to come to him for help. But the fact is, like, even though she's his mate, you know, she's also a witch, so it's like, and he's like vowed to like murder all the witches, so it's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna look inside until I find where the note is in here. I also cleaned my apartment today. I actually have a bunch of laundry to also do, so I'll do all that tonight. I've got like, loved your review for book 1. I can't wait for you to continue the series. And then hope you're having an amazing day. You're the best and I love your channel and your book reviews from Bethany Hannah. Okay, so I literally, you have no, thank you. Oh my God, Bethany! Okay, oh my God, what the hell? Okay, so first off, thank you so much for getting me Hunting Adeline, because I literally was about to buy this tomorrow because I wanted to get it for, when I'm going to Book Bonanza next month, and I wanted to get it signed. Oh my gosh, yay, thank you so much. Obviously this is Hunting Adeline, which is book 2 in H.G. Carlton's Cat and Mouse series. And then here we have Zodiac Academy book 3. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. This is The Reckoning. I can't look at the back because I'll spoil myself. I'm so excited. You'll be excited. I'm filming book 2's reading vlog very soon, and it'll be going live in the month of June. So be prepared for that. I am doing vlogs for this series, but I'm so stoked to continue on with this. I had so much fun, and I just think that it's going to be a good time. I still can't get over the fact, like, the map though that's in this is just super pixelated, and like you would really think that they would have changed that by now. I'm gonna be late to go meet my friend for a drink, so I'm gonna go do that. And then tonight I have to make a decision whether or not I'm moving from New York or staying in New York, which has been the biggest reason why I've been so stressed lately in a lot of my videos, is because I've had to be deciding over this last month whether or not I'm staying in New York or not, because the rent is getting so high that if I do stay here, I'm not gonna have like any money after paying rent. So there's that, and there's obviously, you know, just how busy I am with like meeting new people and stuff, and I am okay, I can't get into this now because I'm gonna be fucking late. Okay, Madison, we'll get into this later. I'll get into this later, but for now, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm so glad you guys love me regardless, because I feel like I'm such a mess at the moment. I feel like you guys, it's so funny because I started these week in my life vlogs during a very transitional period of time in my life, and I feel like you kind of saw it begin actually at the start of this year when I filmed my vlog while I was in Mexico reading the Broken Bonds, the Bonds That Tie series, and things have just changed a lot, and so I'm just trying to learn life at the moment, you know, so we'll see. Anyway, love you all. Hello, it's me. It's your problematic girl, as always. Yes, so you know how I said I was going. Went to Soho House to go meet up with my friend who's in town. Went there just planning to stay for 2 hours, but he had some of his friends with him and they were all drinking a bunch of rosé, and then my friend, she really was watching really into the Celtics game last night. So we went from like the rooftop pool to like the club below and watched the Celtics game until whenever that went, and then next thing I know, it's like 4 in the morning. So, my chill Monday did not turn into that. So I woke up at like 7 this morning to edit today's YouTube video and get it live. I'm dead and dying right now. Anyway, it's been a long day at work, a lot of things getting done, but it's, you know, pretty good, pretty solid day. I'm pretty happy with how it all went. Now it's like 7 o'clock. So since I didn't get my laundry done yesterday, got to get all my laundry done tonight. So I'm going to do that. I'm kind of feeling a bit tired, so I don't think I'll update you guys much today, just because I'm just not vibing with it. I'm just exhausted. I'm also have a call tonight with my mum and dad to talk about the whole logistics of me moving, and so tomorrow I will have that news for you officially. Also, if you guys didn't know, I'm going to be at Book Bonanza at the end of July. So if you're going to be a book bonanza, please let me know, because it could be fun. If you're going to be there, let me know. I also washed my hair today, so my hair's all nicely washed, which is always makes me feel good. Changed my sheets over, which I got to wash the other set. But yeah, I don't know what else I'm doing with this clip. I'm literally starving. I'm going to go eat food and then do my shit. Okay. It's the 31st. It is the 31st. Let's sit back on this couch while I still have this couch, because I just put it up on Facebook Marketplace for people to purchase. Will they purchase it? I don't know. If they don't, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because it's massive, but you know, that is life. Basically, look, so a couple of things have gone on since I updated you guys yesterday. The first thing is that I watched 10 episodes last night until 3:30 in the morning of I'm the villainess and I'm taming the demon king or something like that. I'll put it up here. Really great isekai. Really great isekai. But I'm up to episode 10 and there's a trope that just came into it that's like the trope that I absolutely hate in the entire world. So I don't know if I'll watch the last 2 episodes or just leave it be, because up until this point it's been like a 5-star, like A+, like, you know, romance isekai. Basically it's about this girl who figures out she's like being transported into a video game, and if she doesn't change her fate, she will be killed by the Demon King. And so what she ends up doing instead is going to go seduce the Demon King so that he doesn't murder her at the end of the story, which is really great. It's so much fun. She's a great character. I loved it. And then right now I'm on this episode 23 of Jujutsu Kaisen, so I've got 2 more episodes left of that, which I'm loving. Loving JJK. I'm surprised that there's so much space though between like when this initially ended and this new season coming out like in a couple of months. I thought that there was like more than 1 season of this TV show for some reason. And then basically I am moving. I'm leaving New York, but it's currently the 31st. My lease is up on the 27th of June, so my lease is up in 27 days. But the problem is that I'm actually in Dallas at Book Bonanza from the 21st to the 25th of June. So basically I come back from Dallas and have to vacate my apartment in 2 days, and I'm moving back with my parents for a couple of months. So I'm headed out to Vegas, and I don't know what I'm doing with everything that's in my apartment, basically, because my parents were like, you don't need to keep, you know, your couch if you're moving in with us. You know, whenever I move, I buy new bookcases every single time anyway, because they're a pain in the ass to move bookcases. They're like, you need to sell everything, basically, and then ship all your books and ship all your other stuff. And I'm just trying to like logistically figure out how to, because you know, obviously I'm in New York. Like, it was way easier the last time I moved. I have a whole vlog for when the last time I moved out of my place when I was living in Indiana. And it was really easy then, because when I shipped all my books, I had a car. But here, I just literally have to walk 2 blocks, and they're, you know, boxes are heavy to put books in. And I feel that's going to be a whole process. It's going to be expensive. I need to figure out, you know, all my clothes and stuff and getting them places, and just, there's just a lot of logistics, and it's giving me a lot of anxiety. I hate moving. So this weekend, I'm going to actually film an unhaul this weekend of my books. I'm going to unhaul a bunch of them, try and figure that out. I'm going to try and sell some special editions. So I'm going to be doing that. Really nice weekend, really nice weather. It'll be nice to move and all that kind of stuff. Like, I've got no like issue with leaving New York. Well, I've got some issues with it, but you know what? Life is what it is and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I'm stressed. I'm a little stressed ball. Yep. Don't know where I was going with that. Good morning. Yeah. So I did it again last night, where I basically avoided all my responsibilities by just watching anime. I'm in a bit of a bad cycle at the moment with this. It's not good. So basically I was like on the phone with my mum and dad last night for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, just kind of trying to figure out the logistics and everything for moving and all the shit that's in my apartment. and stuff like that, and everything's still really up in the air, still trying to figure things out, and it's just very stressful because I'm literally having to move in like 3 weeks. And it's hard to move in New York. You know, if I was living somewhere else, it would be a lot easier, but moving in New York is a nightmare, and it always has been, no matter how long we've lived here. And so it's just trying to figure all that out. But I've got to actually edit my July TBR on my lunch break today. Love that for me. And then tonight I have an event at the Sony Music Hall. I'm going with 2 of my girlfriends. It's like a whole kind of like thing that one of like our friends is like founding or something like that. So it'll be really nice and kind of cool to go to. I've also started telling my friends that I am going to be leaving New York and kind of trying to figure out who I want to see before I leave, places I want to go before I leave. So yeah, I'm also trying to figure out what ride I'm doing right now. I'm also trying to sell my couch, and it's the person I'm talking with on Facebook Marketplace is I just don't know, bro. So yep, that's where I'm at. Hope you guys, this vlog sucks. I filmed a lot of vlog week of my life vlogs for the last couple of months. I feel like this one sucks, but love me anyway. Alright, I'm heading out in a little bit, but God, I just don't. Okay, here we go. I stand back here. You can see the outfit. This is what I'm wearing tonight. I got little nude pumps on. It's such a pretty dress. Ready? Ooh. Hang on, let me sit down now. So basically the event that I'm going to tonight, by the way, okay, 2 different things. So the event that I'm going to tonight, it is, I hate this pillow here. It is for a brand new dating app here in New York. 3 of my friends are actually the founders of this new dating app, and so they have a whole like founding event tonight that everyone's going to. So that starts at 9. It's currently 9 o'clock. Me and my girlfriend aren't going until 9:30 because that is the time that she decided that we are going. She came over here, we got ready, and then she went out on a date and is then going to come back here and we're going to go there together. It's like a 5-minute walk for me. But since she's going out for a date and a drink, I figured I'd have a glass of rosé before I headed out because it goes with the whole outfit and vibe here. It's funny, I actually don't normally wear pink, but I'm really vibing with this. I bought this dress in pink and in blue, and then had my girlfriend decide which one she preferred, and this is what she picked. The guy that I have been dating, the one that did last, the one successful dude, we're seeing him on Saturday, the guy who's been great. It does suck to leave New York because I actually do really like this guy, and we've gotten along really, really well over the last couple of months, since I first started doing these Week in My Life vlogs. And there is a part of me that is like, oh, no, like I'm leaving, you know, there's no way I'm doing this long distance, it just doesn't make sense. It's too fresh in like our whole dating journey for that to be a thing. But like, you know what I mean? And it's hard because I never had this before. I've never really dated in this kind of way, but I'm also excited to move eventually and like be able to try out a whole new dating pool and see what life is like out there as well. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of different moving parts with everything in the world right now, and so we'll see. The only thing is I have to be very careful tonight because I do have a work breakfast at 9 AM tomorrow. I don't want to go to it, but I have to. No, you don't have to go to it, but you can't not go to it, you know. Plus I'm leaving New York, so I'm leaving the main office here. That's a whole thing too, so I need to go to it even though I don't want to. I literally hate breakfast. I like having my own breakfast, but I hate going out for breakfast. I like brunch, but I don't just like regular breakfast. There was definitely something I was going to talk about that I have negative recollection of, which is pretty on brand for me. Honey, I love you. If you get cat hair on this outfit before I head out, we're going to have some serious issues. I know. You never come into the vlogs anymore because you never hang out with mummy. Say hello to everyone. Okay, anyway, I need to get ready to leave in probably around about 15 minutes. So enjoy this little wine chat with you guys. Also, when I do move, I do think I have more of an opportunity to start doing live shows. Well, not live shows specifically, but like live reading sprints and things like that. Hey, maybe, no, you can't look with this outfit. Okay, but yeah, that's my main thing. Okay, mwah.
Yeah, she doesn't know that she's got a hole. She's got a certain kind of gravity, and she doesn't know that I
to make it seem like I'm not always in the same area when I'm filming these clips, I decided to come sit in this corner. So it's like 3 o'clock. I'm like so done with the day. Just like, not like you know, anything bad. I'm just like done, you know. So I went out last night. It was really, it was fine. It was fun. You know, it was what it was. It was a good event. It was interesting people. It was cool. I got to meet a lot of people. Everyone else got hella plastered. I had obviously my work meeting this morning, so I did not get plastered, so that was hilarious. I had fun. I think my favorite place I went to last night was actually the Palace. It's a club. It's a club here in New York. Generally, I will say it is a younger crowd. It's normally people who are like in college go there, and you know, obviously like I'm 25, 26, so it's, or you know, yeah, more often than not like 21, 22-year-olds. But the music there is always really fun. That's the reason why I like it. It's like my kind, it's like music you can sing and dance to. And so that's what I really like about it versus like, I don't mind places that are like just doof music, but you know, it's better than like a place that's, you know, hip hop or something like that, because it's just not my thing. Anyway, this morning obviously got up, got ready, headed, this is what I wore to go to my, it's a dress, wore to my work, breakfast this morning at 9 a.m, which was fun. It was actually a good time. I went from like 9 to 11, and then I took like the long way to get home. It takes me like 25 minutes to get to where it was. So technically I should have been home by 11:30, but I got home at 12 because it was a nice day out and I was like, I don't care. So I've been working the last couple hours, getting some things done. Have any other updates? No, not really. I've told more and more people that I am, you know, leaving New York and I am moving. Again, a lot of mixed results. It is annoying, I will admit, to have like so many people around me kind of be like, don't leave, because I'm very easily influenced by people around me, and so that's been like a hard part of the process. And the thing is that I know that I do want to, and I think it'll be fun. At the same time, I am obviously going on a date tomorrow with a guy who has lasted, who I really do like, and we have planned a really cute date for us. We're going to this like really cool interactive art museum tomorrow, and so it's just kind of sad, I will admit. Like, I feel like that's like the bit that I'm like the saddest about with like leaving. You know what I really want this weekend? All I want is an espresso martini. We went to so many places last night and all they've had were like shitty cocktails. That's really random. I don't know why I brought that up, but I don't have any plans tonight. That could change. I don't know if it will or not. If it doesn't, I don't care. But did I tell you guys that I finished ᴛᴏᴏᴅᴅ because I finished that, which was amazing. Loved it. 10 out of 10 would recommend that. I didn't watch it initially because it was so overhyped, and I'm just so iffy about overhyped stuff, but that's definitely worth it to watch. Now I'm watching Noblesse, which has been really fun. I'm really enjoying it, so I would recommend that as well. Noblesse is a vampire action anime. So there are like nobles. So like way back when vampires were called nobles, and there's the noblesse, who is like the even like higher version of that. And in current modern day society, there are these like genetically modified humans, and they're like, you know, evil. And so the nobles and the noblesse are like protecting humans from the genetically modified humans, and it's like a whole like war going on between them. And the genetically modified humans are part of a group called the Union, which is really interesting. So it's been fun so far and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I would recommend that. All right, that's it. Love you guys. Bye. All right, hello. So I was actually just outside sunbaking. Can you believe I was literally outside sunbaking and now it's grey ass weather? I just got like a warning on my phone that there's like severe thunderstorm warnings for the next like couple hours. So I guess like it was literally like so warm, like 30 degrees today. So I just spent like around about 2 hours outside sun tanning, and now damn, like love that. I mean, I literally love that I was out in the sun. It was so nice. But during that I read, I think I'm like, how far am I? I'm reading Poison Roses by Tate James and J Eve. I'm 22% in. I am loving it. So much fun so far. Don't know why. Like, of course, I'm not surprised. Like, honestly, it's so good. It's so much fun. It's so addictive, and I'm actually blasting through it. Like, this book is 460 pages, and I'm already 22% in. This book here, it's called Poison Rose. It's the first book in the Boys of Bellrose series, and basically it's a reverse harem rockstar romance series, but still has like crime and criminal gang portions of it. So you're following Billy Bellrose, okay? And Billy at the start of this, she's homeless, she's been kicked out of her apartment, like she's got no job, no nothing, and someone offers her like a gig that night to like, as like a waitressing gig, and she agrees to it. Goes to the restaurant, ends up finding out that it's owned by this guy that she used to know, and she's like, oh my god, like this is very dangerous, like I can't like be seen here, but the girl like assures her it's fine, like the bosses never come in. Finishes the shift up, goes to go leave, hears gunshots, ends up seeing that everyone's been murdered in there, and the guy that she knows, Angelo Ricci, is in there. He sees Billy, he knocks her out, basically takes her back to his place, says, you know, they are going to murder her. She knows this guy, he used to be one of her like former childhood loves that she grew up with, and his family like is one of the biggest like crime families, well, is the big crime family of this area. She ends up escaping, running to a club. This is all within the first like 6 chapters, okay? She's escaping, running to a club, ends up meeting this guy outside who like sees her and is like, oh my god, are you alright? She's like, no, and he's like, let me help you, and she's like, initially like, no, I'm not, like I don't want to get you involved. Ends up finally agreeing because she literally has nothing on her except for like the clothes on her back, which by the way are stained in blood, so he like gives her his t-shirt. Why? He's like, that's fine. Well, okay, first off, he thinks that she's like being abused by her boyfriend, that's what she's running from. Anyway, turns out that he is actually one of the members of bellrose, which is a super famous rock band. He is the lead guitarist of it, but she doesn't know that when she meets him, and she doesn't know that until he ends up being like, hey, let me like, you can stay in my hotel room for the night so you can stay really safe, and like, you know, tomorrow you can figure out your own thing, but like at least let me know that you're safe tonight because you're acting like you're about to be like murdered and killed. And she is reluctant but agrees, and when he goes to go tell his bandmates that he's leaving, Jace, who is the lead singer of bellrose and the guy who created it, ends up seeing Billy and is like, no fucking way, I'm so not into this. And he's like, what the fuck is going on here? He's like, get her the fuck out of here. And it's because it turns out, obviously this is Billy Bellrose, who the band is named after, because Billy, you know, like something really, really bad happened between them like many, many years ago. And so he literally vehemently like hates her. Anyway, what ends up happening is, you know, the Rhett, who is the lead guitarist, ends up bringing her back to the hotel room anyway. She spends the night and she's like, look, she tells him everything that happened, and he goes, why, you know, if you need to be on the run from the Ritchies, you need to get out of town, like, you know, they're so big, like, they're tracking all the borders, you know, you'll never be able to leave. And she goes, I know, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. He's like, why don't you stash out on the tour bus? It's the last place they'll ever expect you to be, and that way you can, like, leave the state with us by being on tour. And she's like, look, that's really sweet and all, but Jace is never going to get behind it. And my guess is obviously where I'm at now, my guess is that they do let her, you know, join them on the bus. And I know that the romance is going to be the reverse harem situation. I know is at least going to be between her, Jace, Rhett, this guy, and then I know definitely, and then I think Grayson, who is like this playboy guy. I think he's the lead drummer, maybe, I'm not sure. And so that's what this is about, and so I'm really curious to see kind of where it keeps on going. It's been like really hooky, really great so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yes, it's like, and there's been so many like amazing one-liners. I've been like highlighting the shit out of it already. It's like so good, so funny, and like literally Rhett is like a knight in shining armor. He's like the sweetest guy ever. Oh my god, so in love with him. Literally, he's so good. Oh my god, it just lightninged. And it's thundering. Damn, but it's still like so bright. Do you see how bright it's still? This is so, ooh, I'm just gonna sit here and... No one's even concerned. All these people are just walking around. Do they not have the weather app on their phone alerting them that it's about to start pissing down with rain? Look, even Zelda's like watching. People don't know what they're doing, do they? When I come give mommy a kiss? Mwah. Love you. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go continue reading and... Mwah. Hello. So, I actually did go out last night. There was like this massive party called like the Midnight Rodeo that I went to, and it was like this whole thing, and it was really fun. But I got home this morning. I got home at 12:30, and now I'm late for my date. So, you know, that's on brand for me. I gotta go, otherwise this guy's gonna be pissed at me because I'm already said I was gonna be late, and I'm gonna be extra late. It's kind of cloudy out, but it's warm, and I want to wear this outfit, so I don't care.
If we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back, if we could run run it back? And do you wonder if we could all of the things I didn't know? I had to get out down the road inside of the same old, caught in the circles round they go. It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed. I need a breather, got lost in the B-roll. Let all the wind blow to learn how the world goes. We didn't know how to move on.
Oh my god, what is my life? I don't even know where to start, to be quite honest with you right now. Went on my date yesterday. I had a good time, drank way too much alcohol. Then we got dinner, went to the art exhibit, which was really dope. Came back here, we both fell asleep on my couch. Ended up waking up at around about like midnight, and all my friends were like, come out, come out, come out. So at 1 in the morning, I went to the club. At 1 in the morning, I went to the club, and I got home at 5 a.m. It is now 4:30. I slept in until I think it was like around about 11 a.m. midday when I woke up today. And then I proceeded to just have lunch, finished all of Noblesse, the anime, finished all that, watched all that. Now I've been watching K-pop videos for the last hour or so because the new Stray Kids album just came out, which I fucking love. It's such a good album. I actually bought it too, but I'm gonna get it delivered to my parents' place in Vegas, so I don't have to, I just don't need more things to ship, you know. Still have 5 videos I need to film somehow today. My neck also hurts from sleeping on the couch. Like, it hurts so much. Like, I'm in so much pain. Yeah, I gotta film my May wrap up, a book recommendation video, my July TBR, my book unhaul, and then my manga haul. I'm actually gonna go, it's pretty cloudy out and it's not that warm either, but I just need a bit of a change of scenery, so I'm gonna go sit outside on like our patio area and go read. I think I can read all of the boys' bellrose until kind of dinner time, and then I'll have dinner. I'm just so, oh my god, why did I do that yesterday? It's fun. I have a great time when I go out. It's really cool, but it's also draining. It's really, really draining, especially because I try and do everything and I try to say yes to everything and all that kind of stuff, and so as a result I just end up like pulling myself like 17 different directions, and then I end up where I am right now, which is exhausted. I think I actually am gonna go buy some kombucha. This is such a sad clip. My hair still looks great though, considering like all this shit. I don't think I even have to redo it to film any of my videos tonight. I'll just need to put on makeup, which is actually a really nice thing. So honestly, it's kind of funny to think of my life in general, because this time last year, I didn't know anyone in New York. I left my apartment like once a week basically to go grocery shopping. Otherwise I never left my apartment, I never went out, I never did anything unless like I maybe went like shopping or something. And you know, flash forward a year later, my lifestyle is so completely different. It's so interesting, you know, how quickly your life can flip or change depending on like what you're doing and who you know and like all those different things. And just because everyone that I know here in New York, you know, they own clubs, they're promoters at clubs, they own cocktail lounges, they do this and that, and you know, just as a result of all those kind of things, it's just, yeah, it's so funny. It really is. It's so interesting to think that literally a year ago I knew no one in New York, I was doing nothing here. And now I'm doing literally everything. It's fucking crazy. I've had like do you know how many unread text messages I have right now? 150. I have 150 unread text messages. I just don't want to interact with anyone today, because I know that if I interact with anyone, there's a chance that people could be like, want to come out, want to do this, and I'll say yes, because that's who I am. So I'm currently refusing to message anyone. I texted some people last night. I should not have texted. Oh my god, why am I such a I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for my socks at the same time. Why am I such a problematic human? I really actually can't be fucked going to go buy kombucha, but I also really want it, and I know it'll make me feel better. It does not actually logically make sense, to be quite honest with you, but for some reason, ever since I was like, it started when I was in college, and you know Saturdays were tailgates. I went to Indiana University, which is a huge, like, you know, Big Ten, classic, American college, and after Saturday tailgate days, which would be crazy, you know, you'd be up and drinking and like partying, tailgating at like 10 a.m. and then at like 4 o'clock you'd go home. At 4 o'clock you'd go home and then you'd nap for like 2 hours and then you go out again at 9. And so every Sunday I would feel like shit after that, and I would always go and I'd have kombucha in my fridge and I'd drink that, and it just always made me feel better. It doesn't like logically actually make sense, but for some reason to me it does. Why am I so problematic? Maybe it's because I'm a Scorpio sun, Gemini rising, and Aquarius moon, bruh. I actually really want to go see a palm reader, tarot card reader, and all that kind of stuff before I do leave New York, because there's some really good ones here. I need to get my nails done too. I was supposed to go this week, but I was just so busy that like I couldn't actually fit it in. But I do need to go get them done because they're looking feral as fuck, bro. I think I pulled a muscle like in my rib, and it's been in pain for the last 2 weeks, and I don't know how it's going to get better, and it started to get better, and now today it's gotten way worse. Yeah, it even hurts to breathe too deeply. Fuck, what did I do? Oh, this hurts. Okay, got my Kindle. What the fuck am I even doing right now? Where did I even throw my phone? Okay. Okay, let's figure shit out. Okay, let's do this.
2 hours later.
Oh, I feel so weird and discombobulated, honestly. 7:15, I just spent the last couple hours outside reading and actually finished the book, and it was so good! It was so good. It's such a good series. So it is like reverse harem. I know I already kind of talked to you guys about the book and what it's about, but obviously it ended on like, well, I kind of thought it would end on a bigger cliffhanger than it did, but it was so good, and I'm giving it 5 stars. I'm so excited to see the rest of the series goes. It has a little bit of everything in it, and you know, there's romance, there's drama, there's murder and death. It's so cute, and they all have different nicknames for her. Okay, so Rhett calls her Thorn because that's what, like, that's how he knew her, like, off the bat. That's like her whole thing. And then Gray, he calls her Prickles and Hedgehog. And it's the cutest thing ever. Jace, he calls her, well, his nickname for her is Rose. Obviously he only called her that once in the entire book because like he like hates her, you know. But it's so good. And also, I was correct. I knew that Rhett was gonna have a pierced penis, and he did, because he had a lip piercing and then a nipple piercing. And I was like, every single time Tate James has a reverse harem, there's always one guy that has a pierced peen, and it was Rhett. And he had a whole thing, it was a whole thing. It was very, very good. It is also quite slow burning, the first sex scene is probably in the last, like, 20-30% of the book, I would say, like, if even. Hi, how are you? You doing good? Oh, come give me a kiss. So I would definitely recommend it. I'm actually going to start the second book. I don't know when I'm going to film anything, but I'll figure it out. I feel like this whole day has been very, like, ooh, you know? Just because I'm all over the shop, and I feel like I look so awful and just like death, but you know, it is what it is, that's life. I'm seeing so cold outside though, but I didn't want to like stop reading and come back in, so I just stayed out there. But it was so good. I'm so invested. Oh, also there's a guy in it, his name's Tom. He's literally such a sleazeball, and it's so funny because they describe him as being like an oily meerkat, and I'm like, oh, I can so like see him in my head, this oily meerkat little shit of a person. Oh, he's like their tour manager. He sucks. He's awful. But everyone else, all the guys are so hot. And Grayson apparently looks like, I think Jason Momoa is what, because they say he looks like Aquaman. And I'm guessing they mean Jason Momoa. But he's awesome. He's like massive and ripped and like, oh, I love him to death. He's so good. And then obviously like Rhett is like this gigantic like teddy bear of like a dude. Oh, and he's like so adorable. And then I don't really have like a, well, I say he's a teddy bear, and then he has like a whole like blue like faux hawk situation. And then I don't really actually know what does Jace look like. I feel like he's like a kind of typical guy next door vibe. But anyway, I'm gonna open my laptop. Actually, I need to order I need to order cat food. Why am I still on camera trying to buy this cat food? I don't know. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye. Don't mind me over here just downloading the third book in the series at 1:34 in the morning, which, you know, is just problematic. Oh yeah, finished downloading. Perfect. Yeah, so it's 1:30 in the morning and I just finished the second book. Oh, it got really good. There's some fun little things that have happened so far. I do want to say though for this series, so if you do have at all any triggers when it comes to death of a loved one or miscarriages, yeah, miscarriages, just know those are in this book. Wow, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, but I'm also loving what I'm reading, so I'm going to continue reading. I also decided to increase the font size of my Kindle. I used to have it like set to like the smallest it could be, but I just recently increased it because I feel like it's just better for my eyes. It was super action-packed. The second one was so action-packed. It was so much fun, and we got to see a lot more of Angelo in it. So like back when Billy was like 16, she, you know, obviously there was Jace, but there was also Angelo, and it was like the two of them. She calls him Angel, and so does Jace calls him Angel, and then Angel's name for Billy is Bella. I'm really enjoying it. I definitely recommend this series. It's super fun, super bingeable, super quick to get through. Did I actually... Wow, I read 2 Can you believe that there are times where I read nothing, and then there's times like today where I read 800 pages. I read 2 books today. 800 pages. Oh, these are my first books of June? Yeah, nice. Wow, June's going to be off to a great start already, even though I've... problem though is that I'm reading books that were not on my TBR, which I did post the other day, which is actually, it's actually quite a long TBR. Like, I have a lot of books that I wanted to read this month, but the TBR video itself ended up being like 5 minutes. I don't know how that happened. Oops. At least tomorrow I'm reading Zodiac, well today, I'm reading Zodiac Academy, which is on my TBR, but then I haven't gotten to anything else that I put on it. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, okay, love you, boy. Hello, it's me. It's Monday morning. I'm actually just about to start my Zodiac Academy vlog to film right now, which you guys will see next Friday. But yeah, I ended up reading an extra 33% of the third book of the Boys of Bellrose series. I'm really loving it. It's super fun. Like I said, the second book ended up being way more action-packed, and this third one, again, like we're finally figuring out like who's trying to murder who and like kind of everything that's going on there. All like the kind... I have no idea. I'm a little... I don't know if it's a 3... Like, I don't know if it's gonna be 4 dudes now. Like, I don't know if a 4th guy is joining this harem. At the moment, originally I thought it was just gonna be her and the 3 dudes in the band, but as Angelo could be joining it, which I don't think is a spoiler. Like, I'm not spoiling anything else. I'm just like, oh, they could be like a whole, which I actually don't think I've read an RH that's 4 dudes and 1 girl. Normally it's like 3 and 1. It's normally like a set of 4, unless it's like a megaverse, and then you start bringing in like larger groups. But in just like typical like RH fashion, you know, it's a bit different. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this week in my life vlog. Don't think there's anything else I really have to talk to you guys about. Except... Okay, so you know I said, oh, it looks like I might be selling my couch. Person was being super sus. 100% think this person was trying to scam me to get like my bank information to pay, because who the fuck would offer to pay to buy my couch before coming to see it and taking it away? They're like, oh, let me pay for it now so you can mark it as sold, which I thought was like a nice thing to do. They're like, oh, what's your Venmo? I was like, here's my Venmo. And they were like, oh, well, like to actually do it, like I need your email and your full name. And I go, oh, that's fucking weird. I'm like, what do you need my email and my full name for? Like, you have my Venmo like thing. Like, that's just like, I've never had to do that before. Asked them for like proof that this is like something that they did need. They sent me a screenshot with like completely inaccurate information everywhere. I was like, oh, you know what? No, I don't know. So basically my big thing is going to be, so I'm going to film this Zodiac Academy vlog today. Then tonight I'm going to film my 7 YouTube videos. One of those is going to be my unhaul for when I'm leaving. And so once I figure out what I'm unhauling, I can then figure out logistically with my parents everything that I'm doing for like moving and stuff, because it's now looking like I might not be able to sell my couch. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this reading vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more of me, please remember to check me out over on TikTok and Instagram. And until next time, thanks so much everyone. Bye bye.